in one. Nothing else compares to knowing you, to knowing you. You're the living God, and my soul it longs to be with you, to be with you. Lord, your love is like a waterfall. Lord, your love is like a flowing stream. And whenever I'm feeling dry, I come to the river, I come to the river of life. Worthy, Lord, of every song that I could sing, that I could sing. And my heart cries out, God, I need you more than anything, than anything. 'Cause your love is like a waterfall. Your love is like a flowing stream. And whenever I'm feeling dry, I come to the river, I come to the river of life. Oh, come to the river of life.
As the deer pants for the waters, so my soul longs after you. Oh, as the deer pants for the waters, so my soul longs after you. Oh, as the deer pants for the waters, so my soul longs after you. As the deer pants for the waters, so my soul longs after you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Saturday night podcast filled with laughter, vibes, awesome jams, and that real talk. Cause we're keeping it 100. It's the Vibe O'Clock, starting right now. Brought to you by the YPG, taking things to another level.
Where else would we be taking it if not to another level? This is the YPG of South Africa, and you are tuned into the Bible Clock. I ain't riding solo. I'm here with Brother Vinny.
What's up, fam? Yes, we are back and taking things indeed, not just to another level, but to the next level. And I'm sure tonight's show is going to be a mind-blowing one.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Mind-blowing, simple, straight to the point, but definitely mind-blowing and life-changing. We apologize, just we took a bit long. We had a couple of technicalities here we were trying to fix, but then I think it's sorted. If not, either way, we're going to
just bear with
fix
us.
it. Bear with us, bear with us, and we are going to make it through. Not forgetting that in the morrows, we're going to be having a very special Sunday and a very special hangout. A special hangout for those of you who say the beginning of this year hasn't been the best. The beginning of this year hasn't been up to standards. The first half of this year has been dreadful. Then what we have for you, in part today in this Bible Clock, as well as what we're going to be fully sharing with you in the morrows, is for you. All of us are going to be joined at our cathedral in Soweto for a special blessing at 10 a.m. And thereafter, we're going to have our hangout. It's going to be a true showdown of vibes. So you get yourselves ready. We won't, in Joburg at least, won't be having any hangout except
Only one.
only one.
Only one.
I can't say it now, but when I'm there, I'll say apaka. Only here, nowhere else. And today, also preparing you guys and answering this kind of question, which, by the way, I did not mention it to you, but I'm letting you know live that next week in the Vibe O'Clock, we're going to have a young Q&A session. We're going to talk more about this.
Okay.
We're going to talk more about this. But meanwhile, I don't know why you guys haven't shared this link and why you haven't hollered at everyone else and asked them why they're not connected to the vibes. We're going to go for a short break, play a short track. It's not even a break. It's just a little, that moment so that you don't miss out on what's going on. You can go, share the link, get everybody connected and tell them that the vibes have begun. We're going to be right back. And you know that in the Vibe O'Clock, we're always taking it to another level. Be right back.
I raise a hallelujah in the presence of my enemies. I raise a hallelujah louder than the unbelief. I raise a hallelujah. My weapon is a melody. I raise a hallelujah, and heaven comes to fight for me. In the middle of the mystery, heaven comes to fight for me. In the middle of the mystery, I will watch the darkness flee. I raise a hallelujah, everything inside of me. I raise a hallelujah, I'll raise it. I will watch the darkness flee. I raise a hallelujah in the middle of the mystery. I raise a hallelujah. He lost a hold on me. I'm gonna sing in the middle of a storm. Louder and louder, gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes, hope will rise. Death is defeated, the King is alive. I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder, louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Death is defeated, the King is alive. King is alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are where all the vibes went. You're currently tuning into the Vibe O'Clock, brought to you by the YPG, taking things to another level.
Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. We raise a hallelujah and praise the Lord. The 5 o'clock is back. You know, your 7 o'clock on Saturdays is not the same without us. You know, we were just talking before we started about in sports. I don't know if it's every sport.
Most.
I think most, yeah,
Yeah, most.
have a break time.
Break time, yeah.
A break. Some are quarterly, others just half. Football is 45, maybe a bit more. Additional injury time, as they call it, stoppage time, whatever. But the normal is 45. Formula One don't have necessarily a break, but they have what they call the pit stop, where they stop for. Lately, it's just literally a few seconds, 3 seconds at most, and they moving on again. With basketball, I think it's four. It's cut into four.
There's 4 quarters in the game, yeah.
4 quarters. Different sports have
I
different.
think rugby, it's 40-40. I think it's an 80-minute match. And then
Yes, I
40
think so
minutes,
too.
2
I
halves.
think so too. It's 80 minutes, yeah. Then you've got American football. I think is they call it timeout. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it.
timeouts.
Or was it?
I don't know how it works, but yeah, there's timeouts.
I don't know. We haven't been there to talk much about it, nor is American football famous here in South Africa. If there's somebody who knows, please correct us there in the comment section. In boxing, they've got usually it's 12 rounds, but in between it's cut. Mixed martial arts, cage fighting is usually 350, 4 minutes, I think, and then they stop, and so forth. The interesting thing about that break is not just about breaking, stopping, and catching your breath. Obviously, that is
Important.
essential. Definitely, it's super important. But the main idea behind it is to make the player to understand for a moment in his in that match or in that game, that, or in that race, whatever you want to call it, that there is something he needs to fix. If he's doing well, his coach will tell him to do it better. His coach will guide him to improve even more, because there's always room for improvement no matter what. If he's doing bad, what to fix. Interesting, in certain football matches, I'll use football as an example because it is a very common sport where a team will be losing in the first half, but when they come back second half, it's like a completely
They're
different
fired up.
team. You get so curious what that coach did and said to the team that got them so fired up in the second half that they are mortal. Sometimes we've seen matches where sometimes it's 3-0, 4-0 down, and you'd be like, nah, there's no comeback here. And that team will actually be able to draw or even turn,
Game.
precisely, turn the tables in that game. In our lives, we have a moment in which we reach that halftime. For example, the first 6 months of the year have passed. They are gone. And you might be saying to us that the first part of this year has been dreadful. You might say that the first 6 months of this year has just been chaotic in your life. Whether it's because of family, whether it's because of your studies, whether it's because of your finances, whether it's because of any area of your life, health, whatever it is, challenges you've been facing, which has made you to stop and say, already this year has sucked. I can't wait for this year to just end. Exactly. And people usually say that the year needs to end, forgetting that tomorrow is the same as today. The only thing that changes is on the calendar. But every year it's the same. Tomorrow it's still winter. After winter comes spring. After spring comes summer. After summer comes autumn, and we're back to winter again. But besides that, a day is what you decide to make of it. And that decision is done in your mind. The way you take that halftime, that break, and you stop to think about what you're doing. Because maybe you've been doing a lot, but it's time for you to take a break. When I say take a break, I don't mean stop. But what I'm saying is think about what you're doing. Maybe it's time to make that introspection about your choices, your decisions, your mindset, and so forth.
So true. And when you watch games, sports matches, after that first half, when a team is down and the margin of the score is quite big, the difference, they tend to throw in the towel very quickly. And this is what happens with people who don't really take the time to think about their actions. So a team will throw in the towel and say, you know what, let's give up. The morale is down, the spirit is down, and no one really sees or has that motivation to overcome and win in that second half.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you need someone on the outside watching that game for
Yeah,
you.
it's true.
Because that person is going to tell you your strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. Wow.
Mhm.
SWOT. Just remember the SWOT analysis in business.
Mhm.
But that's the whole point of that break time. Because it's not over yet. It's never over until that final bell rings and it's time's up.
Yeah, definitely.
And the-
Definitely.
And that's why the introspection is needed, because many people feel like, you know what, it's over. The first half was terrible. Term 1, term 2, I flopped. I didn't get my marks right, or I promised myself I was going to be this kind of person, and I didn't reach that ideal person I'd like to be, or the objectives. And then they throw in the towel, and then the second half of the year is even worse than the first, because that's what happens if you watch some matches. When the team doesn't really look at their weaknesses and fix it, they play even worse than the first half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now when you actually take the opportunity and you tell yourself, you know what, I still can do it, I still can make it, then you will do it. There was a match, I won't disclose the teams here and so forth, but they were 4-0 down. I never forget this match, and it's a team you like. And my goodness, the second half, they were just fired up from 4-0 to 4-4.
I'm not going to get into this right now.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that for the sake of...
Yeah. If it were tomorrow at this time.
At this time, we would be talking about
But carry
it.
on, carry on.
And they were just like going at it. They were going at it. They were going at it until eventually they got the first, the second, the third. And then in that very last minute, the fourth. But they didn't throw in the towel because they saw it's not over yet.
Yeah.
And many people, unfortunately, like to throw in the towel in the first half, and they forget the time's not up yet.
You know, there's something you said that also gets me thinking, is that outside perspective. The coach is
Yes.
not playing the match. He's watching from the
watching.
outside, knows what's going on the inside. And sometimes there will be that coach. It might not be necessarily a life coach, but somebody in your life who's trying to coach you towards the right direction. It could be your parents, it could be friends, supportive friends, not just random friends. It could be someone who loves you, someone who cares about you. It could be your teacher, it could be someone. It could be your mentor, your coordinator, whoever, who wants to see you developing. And maybe this person might not lay it out to you the way you want it to be laid out. They're going to tell you, you know, remembering a match. I'm remembering another one, which an underdog team in the last World Cup was being beaten by one of the favorites. And in the halftime, the coach, he called them in that dressing room, and he was not being soft on them, but he was telling them off. And he's like, there's a star there, that number 10. What do you want to do? Do you want to take his t-shirt? Or you shouldn't see him as a star. You should see yourselves better than him. You know, the way he was not cute in his speech, to say the least. He was really not soft, but as a matter of fact, he was actually quite brash, quite harsh. But at the end of that match, they soldiered on and turned the game around and beat them. Those of you who were watching the match will know who I'm talking about. I'm just not going to mention it right now, but it just goes to show that they accepted that talk as an advice, a sound advice for them to actually better themselves. And they made a difference which nobody had made. They saw, they did what nobody expected. So sometimes in life, somebody is going to tell you what you don't want to hear. They will advise you against your will. And it's not a matter of you wanting to listen to it, but it's a matter of you needing to hear that and taking a decision upon it. So you look at yourself in the course of this year and you ask yourself, why have I been failing? Why have things gone south? Why is this wrong in my life? Why is this not going right in my life? But have you stopped and also looked at yourself? Because maybe it's your boss who's this, it's your teacher or your lecturer, it is the pressure, it is your family, your friends, it's your coordinator, it's this and that. It's always somebody, but it's never the mirror. That person standing in front of the mirror, it's never his fault in your world. So I think it's time for you to stop, accept that break, because maybe you're doing too much, but you're doing nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe you're doing too much that's leading you, that's putting you on reverse. You're doing a lot of reverse in your life, a lot of reversing in your life. So reversing also takes a lot of energy, but at the end of the day, it's moving you backwards. And maybe that has been your case. You are simply moving backwards. You are simply, on that reverse effect of your life. And that is something that no one can change except yourself.
So true. And when you spoke, another thing came to mind. You kind of have to be willing to look in that mirror.
Yeah.
It's pointless to say, I want to change, but you're not willing to face the negatives. Like we spoke some programs ago, the negatives bring out the positive. When you know your weaknesses, you can fix it. When you know your downfalls, your setbacks, the things that are holding you back, once you understand that and you work on that, you come out on top.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be willing to face yourself in that mirror and see that that picture's not good. I need to fix this.
Precisely.
And that's the point of the halftime. It's a break. It's for you to actually switch off and tell yourself, let me get it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where also what we've been speaking about these days, where the change of mind is needed. You kind of need to also tell yourself you can do it. If you keep dwelling in the mistakes, you keep punishing yourself for the wrong you've done, you keep living in that mindset of regret, you won't fix the second half.
Yeah.
But if you change your mind and you tell yourself, you know what, I can get it right.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it. I can do it. I can turn the tables. Chances are you will, because that's how life works.
Yes, and as you said, there must be a willingness, because no one is going to make that change for you. It's inside of you. And I just want to say one more thing using this analogy, especially in sports. If you're not going to get the gold medal, trust me, they won't retire the gold medal for you. They'll just give it to someone else. Mm-hmm. Trust me. If you want to be the best, it's on you. And if you don't become the best, trust me, someone else will. Someone else should be in the place of your Cristiano Ronaldos, of your Lionel Messi, but they probably didn't want it as much as they did. Maybe they're much more talented, but they didn't want it as much. They weren't as thirsty, as hungry for it. Maybe at the moment of a break time to stop, listen, and realize, why have I been failing? Why haven't things been going the way I want? Well, maybe it's time for you to stop and think about it. We're going to go for one more break. And when we come back, I'm going to speak to the second group. It's not only the first, but there's another group I would like to address in the same context, but a different scenario in this. We're going to be right back. Stay connected. Don't move.
Whispers in my ear, I can hear you, but I know you're not too far. Yeah. Surrounded by the worldly things of life, but it's you I want to know, so that I can sleep at night. I know you're near, but it's hard to find your voice. It's hard to find a focus. I know you're here, but it's hard with these distractions. But in you I have no fear. Only you, only you, only you, only you can turn my darkness into light. Only you, only you, only you, only you can find my worries, 'cause you're always by my side. In the dark led by your spirit of love. I put my time and my Lord above. I am confident in you, I trust. I love myself cause you love me first. I don't need to be loved to the world. Finding you is better than the lies they tell. I don't care to be lost to the world, cause when I found you it felt so real. It's only you, only you, only you, only you can turn my darkness into light. Only you, only you, only you, only you can find my worries, cause you're always by my side.
Going through a lot, under constant stress, pressure, and life just hasn't been the easiest thing to deal with. Wanna just talk but feel like nobody gets what you're going through? Well, we do. Call our toll-free helpline number on 0800 330 320 or DM us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at YPG RSA and be helped by someone who gets what you're going through. Cause we've been there. Don't believe me? Try it out.
0800 330 320. That's 0800 330 320. That is the toll-free helpline. If you guys want to vent, you want to get in touch, you want to talk to someone who's willing to not just listen to you, but give you sound advice, which will definitely change your life. Alternatively, you can slide into them DMs and holler at us. Send us a message. Talk to someone. Holler at someone. Just say, I need help. And someone will definitely get in touch with you. Recently, we were talking to the team about the importance of swift and quick replies so that you guys can be helped quicker than usual. Whether you're a guy or a lady, we're definitely gonna have somebody to listen to you. Now, going back to what we were talking about, I want to speak to the second group. And the second group needs to be very cautious, very careful that they don't get arrogant and don't fall asleep, relaxing, thinking, so far everything has gone well. So far this year I've been doing well at school. So far this year things are okay. Things have been looking up for me. Because the shark will enter your tank eventually. If not now, later on. If not later, tomorrow. If not in the morrows, next week. But eventually that shark will enter. And that shark is usually very hungry and ready to chase you. And so if you're relaxed and you're not woke, I promise you, that shark is going to bite and you are going to get hurt.
Most definitely. Tell us what it is, PJ.
That is to those who have been doing well and you think, I don't have to stress. I got this. And you start relaxing and you start telling yourself, I can be complacent. I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry. I don't have to be, I've got this. You think you're so far ahead that no one's going to catch up. You think you're so far ahead you don't have to listen to anyone anymore. You don't have to listen to sound advice. So there's the first who don't listen to the good advice of the coach because he just, he's just not listening. And he's losing. And then there's the second who was listening to the coach, hence the reason why he is where he is. But he stops listening to the coach. He thinks, I don't need a halftime break. I'm more fit than everybody. I can keep going. And because of that, his arrogance or her arrogance KOs them, destroys them. What took years to build in a second can be destroyed. So don't get comfortable. Don't get complacent. You might obviously be able to drop the ball in a certain aspect here and there, but don't make it a habit in your life where you think, now I can fully relax. I ain't got to worry about a thing because everything is under control. I got this. Winning is in my genes.
Yeah. The hunger should never die. Period.
Never.
Even if you're winning, you don't just want to win. Come on. No one just wants to win. Everybody wants to make a statement.
Yeah.
But you can only do that if you maintain that hunger, if you keep on pushing, keep on fighting. You tell yourself, I'm remembering now when we used to play soccer at school, the teacher used to say, no matter how much you're winning, it's still 0-0.
Yeah.
Keep on pushing, keep on fighting. You need to stay hungry. Keep that score margin wide. And that's how it is. You need to treat it as if, even if you're winning, as if you're still in the beginning, fighting for that score, fighting for that podium or whatever it is that you're looking for.
Yeah.
You have to stay hungry throughout. Many people think that when I've reached it, it's cool, I can relax. But you need to be consistent.
Oh, yes.
And that's something you've hit on a lot in the Bible clocking in the youth, about being consistent. At times we do well, we drop the ball, we pick up, we drop the ball again, but it's never consistent. The moment your hunger is consistent, you are going to go far.
That's what's up. I think that one is quite clear, quite straight to the point. If you've been winning, don't stop winning. Stay winning. Continue winning. And this is why in the morrows, those of you who say, PJ, the first half of the year has not gone according to plan. The first half of this year has gone against what I've been dreaming for, completely the opposite of what I've been hoping for. Then in the morrows at 10 a.m. we're going to be having a special service at the Holy Ground. And if you're not in Joburg, throughout South Africa, we will be having this special service, 10 o'clock in the morning. And at 1 p.m. we're going to be having the YPG Hangout. And we are labeling this one the M4M Backpack. Why Backpack? It is the week where you guys return from recess or return back to school, B2S, and carry on with the journey of the third term or second semester, depending how you guys break up your year. But regardless, if you have done well this year, why don't you go for more? Why don't you go for more? If you got bronze, why don't you go for gold? I was going to say silver, but no, bronze, go for gold. And if you got silver, go for gold. And if you got gold, get another gold. It's never enough. And if you say, PJ, Vini, I have been close to failing, or I think this year I'm not going to make it, it's not over till it's over. The whistle hasn't been blown. It's looking tough for you. Maybe you're 2, 3, 4, 5, 10-0 down. If they could score 10, why can't you? Why can't you score 11? Just an extra 1. If they could do it in 45 minutes, why can't you do it? Maybe tougher, maybe harder, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. So this special hangout and the special blessing is for each and every one of you, and I would like to advise you all to bring your stationery or bring anything that represents your school material, your school life, those in varsity, those in the youth. Maybe you're one of those who's a young adult and you're part of the work of the YPG. Bring a pen, bring something that represents that work or that career, that which you want to achieve and you're struggling to achieve. It's definitely going to be blessed in the morrows. And I don't have much to say. I don't have more to say.
I just wanted to add, every day in our YPG channel and our platforms, we've been speaking about 21 tips.
Oh, yeah.
For the 21 days. And maybe your first 21 days weren't that good, or it hasn't been what you wanted it to be, or you have regrets. Something happened, you didn't go all the way, and you stopped. It's not over. You can pick up again. You can try again, and you can get the greatest of all gifts. To those who are pushing and really want the greatest gift of all, this is the halftime message for you to keep on going, because you will get it.
That's what's up. And the power is in your hands. The choice is with you. So come and join us if you're anywhere around Joburg. The entire YPG fam of Joburg will be with us at the Holy Ground, corner in Mink and Kokwane Drive, Zone 6 in Deep Kloof, Soweto. That's where we're at. But if you're anywhere else, if you're in Bloom, if you're in Qaqwa, if you're in Kimberley, if
or even
you
Kenya.
Hey?
Or even Kenya.
Or even Kenya, definitely. Wherever the YPG fam is that vast, it's that huge, and you can come and join us. Here in South Africa specifically, it'll be the hashtag M4M Backpack Edition. And
Nice.
if you're not here, then it will be the action and reaction. That will be the theme of the week for those of you in the neighboring countries, because the M4M, we're in the consistency vibe and we haven't stopped there. We were starting the holidays and now we're going to end the holidays. And ironically, tomorrow marks exactly a month since we had the biggest event. So literally a month apart, we're going to be having this great event, another great event And we're not stopping. And you guys are going to should prepare yourselves for the upcoming materials. I'm going to play. No, I can't play it yet. Just a snippet. I will not play it yet of an upcoming track which the YPG is cooking up. I'm not going to play it yet.
Let's leave them curious.
Curious. Okay. Maybe we'll play the snippet next week, which is going to be our Q&A session. We're going to have a young Q&A session. Please, you guys are welcome to DM it to us, or you can send it to your coordinator. Please don't send churchy questions. That you've got a pastor, you got a coordinator to ask. Ask youth-related questions. Ask things which make us think.
Yeah.
Make us to read that question, because I don't want to read it before I want to read it live. Make us to reason, make us to think, make us to be like, wow, what is going on here? Okay, I need to think before answering this. Send it through. Send us those questions, whether it's financial, school-related, career-related, love life-related. That one never flops. That one's going to be interesting. Send it through to us, and we're going to be gladly having that Q&A session. And also, as we are wrapping up, in a couple of minutes, we are going to be, 8 o'clock more specifically, we're going to be uploading a beautiful production video which is going to explain to you who the Holy Spirit is, or what the Holy Spirit is. It's something really special. As we sign out, actually, let's just play the snippet of it. We got the snippet. We're not going to play the whole thing for you. It's going to be uploaded shortly. Go for it.
Is everything to me.
He's my everything.
The Holy Spirit for me is everything.
I love that background. It's just got
It's beautiful.
It's just got this vibe to it. That lady singing in the background. Whoo! It's beautiful. We're going to be posting it now. Once you got it, don't just like it. Love it. Share it. Comment. Let's make it go viral. We were supposed to announce it before, but then I was like, when are we going to post it? We thought about posting it Sunday, but Sunday's like everybody's busy.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be busy. But then we're like, Vibe o'clock. We know that you guys are not going to disappoint. All right? That's it. We're going to be signing out. I want you to play a song we haven't heard in a while.
Okay.
All In. Do we still have it? From, I think it's Aisha Aliyah.
Yes, we do.
All right. Let's go All In. We are signing out. Next week we'll be back at 7 p.m. We were meant to restart the YPG Unlocked the first Sunday of July. But we have had a couple of setbacks here and there, guys. But from I think it's the 4th or the 2nd of August, if I'm not mistaken, will be 6th of August. That's Sunday. Sunday the 6th of August will be officially the return of the YPG Unlocked. So Saturday we continue with the Vibe O'Clock. That's not going to be scratched out. But every first Sunday of the month, we're going to have the Unlocked, which will be a retrospective of the previous month. So everything that happened and is happening in July will be shown on the 6th of August. So make sure you gooi it there in your calendar and remind yourself not to miss out. All right? We're going to also be talking to you guys about the third part next week of the Challenge of the Provinces. Y'all think we forgot about it? We didn't forget about it. We still got a lot to do with that. I have the results, but I'm not going to share it with you guys now. Remember, we had one of the comments of the woman to woman that gave the points, and that made a huge difference. You're going to be amazed. I think you don't even know the results.
Nope,
I know who's in first place. The first place is next week here in the YPG 5 o'clock. You guys will meet with us 7 p.m. in the Q&A session. That's it from us. All In is the track. And at 8 p.m., by 8 p.m., the video should be ready. Make sure you make it go viral, make noise, and let's keep going to another level. We out of here.
Something about your love's got a way about it. Like everything you say got me stuck on you. It's not always pretty, but I'm lost without it. 'Cause you're the way, the light, and the perfect truth. Forgot to love this girl that he gave me you. So I fall to my knees and I pray you. And I cannot deny that you are the one for me. You gave me life, I gave my life, I don't run from you. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I'll do for you. Want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do for you. Want you to know I'm all in. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. And I know you know I be messing up. When you hold me close when I'm reckless and cold, I don't know how I got you strong. The only one to lead and I will follow, no mistrust. The God of all my needs, oh right. You got me falling in love. You got me falling in love. So glad you're the one I trust. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I'll do for you. Want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do for you. Want you to know I'm all in. I'll do what you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I know that I can't do this my own. I know that it's higher than my own soul. I know that your love surpasses everything. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I know that I can't do this my own. I know that it's higher than my own soul. I know that your love surpasses all things. I know, yeah. I know, yeah. What you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in. I'll do for you. Want you to know that I'm all in with you. I'll do want you to know I'm all in. What you want me to. Want me to show you that I'm all in with you.
Looking for something extra? Well then, join the YPG every Wednesday from 4 p.m. for the Something Extra. Where are you getting it wrong? Where can you improve? Get in-depth tips on how you can grow as a youth. Join us at a YPG branch near you. For more information, DM us on Facebook or Instagram at YPGRSA or call the toll-free helpline number at 0800 330 320.